influence of movies. It's insane. On countless occasions, the theater has forged a lot of change in society. They directly affect our feelings, how we dress, our interests, and the list goes on. It's even affected how we talk. Now, many of these trends don't stick around for very long, and there's only a few I can think of that never really went away. Sadly, there is one major trend that I wish would have stuck it out. It all started in 1984 and was able to stretch itself to 1994. I am, of course, referring to what's commonly known as the karate craze in cinema. It was a time where a ridiculous amount of movies were all about kicking people in the face. Most of them were terrible movies, but still somehow they were so much fun to watch, and it all started with this movie. That's right, The Karate Kid, starring Ralph Macchio and Mr. Miyagi. And no, I don't call him Pat Morita because he's f***ing Mr. Miyagi. Now, I will admit there was plenty of martial arts films before this, many of which I love, but even Enter the Dragon did not cause this much of an influence in cinema. The Karate Kid shared a very common theme with later movies of the same genre. The classic, I have a bully picking on me, he's challenging me in a tournament, and now I have a mentor training me to overcome the odds. No matter how many times the story was rehashed, most of us still gathered for the next set of martial arts films. All of these movies caused so many people to go out and start buying lessons for their kids. Everyone I knew was either taking lessons or talking about taking lessons. I myself was a direct byproduct of the karate craze, which at one time did open doors of opportunity, which would later lead to a heavy focus on competition and even help me in the transition into boxing for Idaho Golden Gloves. So why am I talking about all of this? Well, I wanted to give you all an understanding of why I wanted Supreme Warrior more than any other game out there. It's an FMV game that stars some of the most talented martial artists around, which you fight in a first-person point of view. Now that I think about it, the outfits they have in the game remind me a lot of the outfits they had in King of the Kickboxers starring Billy Blanks. I wonder if there's some sort of connection. Well, anyway, it's time to sweep the leg, show no mercy, and start issuing some crane kicks. Crane kicks to the face! The backstory is you're tasked with protecting half of a mask that has some untold power. Unfortunately, there's a powerful man named Feng Tu who has the other half of the mask and of course wants your half. Ah! Get it off! Get it off!
Come on, come on.
No, not my hot dog stand! Oh, come on, she didn't even hit him.
Good, but not good enough.
What's with the hair? It looks like he just got back from peeing on an electrical fence.
My. Kai, how you aged.
And you, Feng Tu, ferocious as ever.
Looks like Kai is reading his lines just off camera.
I'll put every human heart on a stake. Yours, I feed to my warlords.
I've been waiting for you. I assume you brought the other half of the mask?
Kai ends up telling a little bit more how all this happened, and you're given the chance to pick what warlord you want to take on. Each warlord has 2 bodyguards that you have to fight first before you can take them on. I have to admit, this is kind of cool. I decided to go with the Earth Warlord first. Yu Qing comes along with you and basically just serves more as a motivator than anything else.
I'm my most beautiful guard.
Holy she's kicking my ass! What the hell? All I'm doing is punching past her. Why can't I hit her? I'm blocking!
Think ahead.
Okay, there's gotta be some kind of tips or help in this game. Training, you've got 3 options: kick, punch, and distance. Let's try distance first.
All your skill is useless if the distance is wrong. You can only punch and kick at the right distance. Punches.
How does this help me? I would agree if this was an actual fight, but you can clearly see when she's up close and open, I'm delivering tons of hooks, but none of them connect. And the rest of the training videos are the exact same way. They're totally useless and don't help at all. Let's see what the instructions say. Okay, according to the instructions, there's an option to lower the skill level from Supreme, which was the highest setting. Apparently at the lower setting, there are indicators that tell you when to attack. That's all fine and good, but this is called Supreme Warrior, not Apprentice Warrior. Man, even with the indicators, the game is still pretty difficult, but for all the wrong reasons. Several times I will do the correct move while the indicator's up like you're supposed to, and nothing happens. In fact, this happens so much in the game that you seriously start to believe the game is alive and it's cheating just because you're the one playing. Oh my god! Register one of my strikes! Just one! I dare you! I'm hitting you! I'm hitting you! I am hitting you in the f***ing face! Get off me! I'm gonna punch your face in, you miserable poop-eating butt junkie! No. I can't do this. I have been waiting all my childhood to play this game, but it's been more like waiting for an elephant to take a giant duke all over my face. I have to give up. I'm sorry, but I just can't do this. Bill Superfoot Wallace would never give up. Okay, game. It's time to get waxed on and waxed off. That's kind of disgusting. Well, someone's ass is getting kicked! So after losing countless times, I started to realize a few things about how this game works. First off, the footage isn't recorded in one long fight. It's in pieces, kind of like a form. It's a series of moves, and once he's reached the end, he gives you one major attack and the camera shoots downwards, simulating you getting hit really hard. But what's really happening is the game is loading the next series of moves. These moves never change. In a way, it's like Night Trap, where you had to memorize where all the Augs are. In this game, you have to memorize the lines of moves. Doing this means playing it over and over again. I complained about having to do that with Night Trap, but I had no right to complain after this game. There's so much more to memorize here. Even if you write all the moves down, this game still isn't easy. The blocking is spotty and you still have to contend with many of your moves not registering, even if your timing is perfect.
Your victory demands that I share my power.
Yeah! God, this lady is nuts with all her weird grunts. It's like she took a laxative and she's constantly fighting the urge to crap her pants.
My guards fight like worms. You think you can beat me?
Why did he break the table? Did a table kill his parents or something? Ah! Get off, man! Bad touch! Bad touch! The Earth Warlord is just like his bodyguards in the sense that you just have to play the holy living crap out of it to beat him. There is one minor difference that's a major pain in the ass. He has a special move where he can just stomp on the floor, which will take half your health.
Take my mask and you take my strength.
Now I just gotta do that 9 more times.
Kill them!
For the Fire Warlord, the two bodyguards aren't that bad. I still had to play it a ton to really learn and memorize their movements, but what made it easier was the bodyguard on the left seemed to have his lines of choreography recorded at different times of the day because the lighting kept changing. For the bodyguard on the right, he did some cool but really out of place movements that clearly indicated what line of moves he was going to do at you. Backflips, butterfly twists, I mean they're really cool to watch, but he doesn't attack you with these. Really, it's just a waste of energy.
Tell me, how do you feel about cremation?
The Fire Warlord is where I had to start writing things down. It would be something like, if he says, "Oh ha ha ha," I would know to do a left roundhouse followed by 2 right hooks. He has so many different variations of this that my paper that I was writing on mostly consisted of, "Oh ha 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 ha, oh ho ho, oh ha ha ha, oh ho, oh ho ho, ha ha ha." Sounds like a porno involving someone who can't stop laughing. It's like Supreme Warrior uses Game Genie whenever it feels the possibility of a loss. Stupid cheater. Each time you beat someone, you're given a gift or a special power, so you do have some special moves yourself. Some are useful, like being temporarily invulnerable or restoring some health, but some of the others I don't even use. It's not exactly smooth to use any of them. It's always like hold right trigger and left on the D-pad while pressing B. That can be really challenging to execute when you're in the heat of a battle, and oftentimes it results in you taking a few hits before you successfully do it. The Wind Warlord is the last before you take on Feng Tu and his bodyguards. Both guards are much easier to write down because just like the Fire Warlord's second bodyguard, they do things that don't really have anything to do with the fight. Okay, that wasn't useless at all. It's like they take a break from the fight just to do a little dance. Can you imagine if a fight worked like this in real life? What you say, motherfucker? You wanna fight me, motherfucker? Come on, motherfucker! Come on, now I'm ready, motherfucker! I realize that many of these movements are from different arts, but this isn't the NASCA tournament circuit. It's supposed to be a fight, and it's during these times that you start asking yourself all kinds of questions like, why can't I kick him in the face while he's dancing? Why do I hold my hands up like I'm flying as Superman? Why can't I attack him in the genitals? Does Feng Tu's hair match the drapes?
Then there's my heart. A snack for Feng Tu. Very much worth fighting for.
Do you like my strange acting ability? Now for Feng Tu, and holy crap is this hard. Both his bodyguards are fast and their lines of choreography aren't as easy to spot as some of the others. Writing down moves still helps, but it's not by a large margin.
You, who ignore my decree, humiliate my warlords, and dare to stand up to me now. Let us see what you have. It's come to this. You want it? Rip it off my face.
Motherfucker. Strange acting ability? What is he doing right here? It's like he's got an invisible boob that he's flopping around.